Hi, my dear readers. This is Simona Rich. I haven't made personal update video in a while, so I guess I should make it today. I believe that I'm going to stay in this farmhouse for some time. Again, I cannot guarantee, but hopefully this will be the case because staying somewhere for a long time will allow me to have daily routine, which is spiritual routine, which will greatly deepen my spiritual practices. I am doing now quite a few spiritual practices. I guess I dedicate maybe 4 hours of my day to spiritual practices, and this deepens my experiences in other dimensions. I'm unable to speak about my experiences, however, during astral traveling and meditations, because I'm only maturing in those states, and exposing them actually makes them a rarer occurrence. So for people who are just getting into astral travel and visiting other dimensions consciously, it's important to not talk about their experiences. And this is very hard for me because when I experience something amazing, I want to tell everyone what I went through. And I made many videos about such experiences. But for them to stabilize and for them to be predictable, I need to do a lot of work, and I cannot talk about them. So all I can say is I can explain my spiritual discipline for those who too want to deepen their spiritual experiences. So the way that I function now on a daily basis is that I wake up very early. I wake up at 4 a.m. 3 a.m. would be more preferable because then after my other practices, lucid dreaming at like between 4 and 5 a.m. is really good. Like you can easily lucid dream. But it's very difficult for me yet to wake up at 3 a.m. So 4 a.m. is now the best that I can do. So I wake up at 4 a.m. I take a cold shower, and again, I'm in my farmhouse. There is just cold running water. I have hot water on the wood stuff, but I only use cold water consciously. I need to do this. So I don't have shower. I just have bucket bath like in India. So I wash myself with cold water when I wake up. Then I do yoga for around an hour. Then I do my mantra for 30 minutes. And then I meditate. And then I again sleep, because after meditation, I'm so relaxed and I don't have enough time. I need around 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Maybe later it will be reduced, but now this is the time that I need. So I catch up on my sleep 4 more hours sometimes. Let's see, today I woke up at 9:30, maybe 3 to 4, maybe 3 hours of sleep. So when I sleep, after getting up, after doing yoga and other spiritual practices, I get such amazing, meaningful dreams that I wake up and I'm just blown away. And I can't share anything that I experience with you, unfortunately. So then after sleep, I wake up and I read some spiritual text. I ponder on it. I make notes. And then I go about my day, which is working, client calls, coaching calls, making videos or writing articles. And then I do housework. I put wood in the wood burner to keep the house warm. I sweep the dry leaves from the house around the house because this area has huge trees all around. And now, as autumn has come, there are many leaves that I need to sweep on a daily basis, which is good. It keeps my body strong and it keeps me exposed to the elements, to the cold, which is good. It helps my body to readjust from Indian climate to Lithuanian climate. And then I come back home in a uplifted mood, because obviously when you're outside the energy is much higher, and in this area of mine there are no negative vibrations, so the only network that I have is my own mobile network. Sometimes my mobile catches some one network that is far, so sometimes it doesn't catch. So it's free from negative vibrations. So when I go out and I come back, I feel so inspired. And then I do other work, like I've already painted the floor of this house fully. I have one more room to finish. A volunteer is coming in November here, so I want her to feel comfortable in volunteer's room. So I need to paint the floor of that house, of that room, and then maybe I will paint the floor of other rooms also. But now I'm using only one part of the house, which is this part, including the kitchen and the small room. And the bathroom, but the other part is not used because then I need to heat it there, and it's waste of my energy. And the chimney has a problem that it's not like it could pose danger, so I'd rather not use that wood burner anyway. So I just that part of the house is not heated, and sometimes I just open all the doors for the heat here to be released into other rooms so that they are not moldy or anything like that. But that one part of the house is kept cold, but it's plenty of me for me to use just half of the house. So that's what I do when it's cold. It saves wood and coal, and it saves me energy. So that's what I do. I do housework, painting, like painting work. And then since it's autumn, plums are ready to be harvested. Apples are falling from the trees. I have collected 6 huge bags of apples for them to last the entire winter. You don't have, if you live in a city, you are not connected with natural cycles of life on this earth, like collecting food, preparing for winter, and so forth. And it's really nice. I like that. So I made quite a lot of jams from plums. I have collected one more big bag of plums. So I have made jams from one type, which was sweet plum. And this one will be frozen, which is like a darker plum, which is like a sweet sour plum. So I will freeze this one because I already have so many jams. That's what I will also need to do today, to remove the stones from the plums and to freeze them. And then I'm putting the apples into the cellar, so I need to pack them individually. I wrap them in paper. There are many newspapers in this place because the lady that I purchased it from, actually that lady died. She was an old lady, and her relative sold this house, and she was a reader. the whole house is full of books, but they are books about like Catholicism, blah, blah, blah. And also, there are many, many newspapers, and obviously, I don't read any of that stuff. So it's good. This paper serves for heating. I use it to start a fire in the oven, and I can wrap my apples for winter in these newspapers. So that's great. So that's what I do. I wrap each individual apple and place it in paper box, cardboard box for winter use, because if you place them all together, if one is a bad apple, it will make all the other apples bad. So you have to isolate all of them in this way. So this is what I do. I do some kind of outside work. I do some kind of housework. I have so many things to do in this place. I mean, everywhere I look, I need to do something. Like I need to repaint this entire heater place. This is a heater. This brown wall radiates heat, because on the other side of it, there is all style of wood stuff. Well, it's like a coal stuff also. So yeah, I need to paint that, for example. There are just so many things to do in this house. So that's what I do on a daily basis. I do spiritual practices morning time. Then the day is spent on my business work and on housework and outside work. And then after that, or in the middle of the day, I do other practices which are very simple but very, very important for spiritual progress, which is the first thing that I do is I think of, like, I select some kind of insignificant subject, like object, I mean, like let's say a book, a notebook. And then for 15 minutes, it should be done like from 5 minutes up to like 20 minutes, or you can do it longer, I guess. I have to think only about that one subject. So the thoughts all have to be related to that subject. So for example, notebook. I have a notebook that has a beautiful cover. I pay great importance to the kind of covers that my notebooks have, because they have to give me the feeling of warmth and happiness when I handle them. Therefore, I pay attention to such matters. I noticed that my friend doesn't pay attention to such things when she chooses a notebook, and so forth. So you're basically, all your thoughts have to be related to that one thing that you pick up, and they have to follow in a logical manner. You can't jump. So this develops you spiritually. You think, oh, it's just like a mental exercise. No, 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 no. That's very important for spiritual progress. It's to do with your the ordering of your psychic bodies. They are in disorder in people, and you are ordering and activating them as a result of these simple practices. Now, another practice that I do, which is proved so powerful, is to watch a dot on the wall. You can do it for hours actually, but I do it for like 15 or 20 minutes. I may extend it if I have time, but you just stare at the wall, at the dot on the wall, and try to blank your mind and just stare at it. Again, it makes you able to function on other dimensions more consciously, and extend your functioning there, so that you just don't jump in astral travel from one dimension to the other without having any control of the situation. this exercise also enables you to speak with your guides and high masters, like spiritual entities on high vibration, because you're able to tune in to them for long enough to get the message. If you're not trained in this way, you will phase out, you will miss the message. So this is a very important exercise. And what it also does, which is a bonus, like, and a side effect, so to speak, of it, is that it gives you, like, if you don't know something, if you're stuck, if you have some kind of problem you can't solve, don't be surprised if you stare at a dot on the wall long enough. You will arrive at the right resolution. It just works this way. I don't know whether it's because you clarified your mind to the extent that the intelligence of other dimensions can reach you, or it's because the mind is like, I give up, okay, here is the solution to your problem, just stop staring at the dot. I don't know why this happens, but yeah, you will find that the solutions to problems come very effortlessly by you staring at the dot on the wall. And the third practice as such that I do is called imagination or visualization, but it's a controlled one. So for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, how much you can spend time on this exercise, you just close your eyes and you see one item, like a very simple, at first just a dot, like a simple item or one color in your mind's eye and nothing else for 5 minutes, and then you can extend more and more. Again, it helps you to function on other planes. It helps you to have your thoughts very focused and to become a conscious and very powerful creator on this plane also, because your creations are no longer like all over the place, opposite, like opposing each other, canceling each other out. You want one day one thing, another day another thing. No. When you do this exercise, it becomes very clear what you want, and you focus on that one thing. You keep envisioning it, and then circumstances arrange themselves for you to be brought to that experience or to that thing that you want. So these are the exercises that I'm doing daytime. Then I again read spiritual texts, or I work more if there's the day is busier, like business day is busier. But usually what I do is that I read spiritual texts, and then I can watch something that is not spiritual, but I enjoy, like some kind of travel vlog or something like that, and I enjoy that. So I watch that, but as you see, I'm not lost in technology at all. I just use it for in the evening to enjoy some kind of vlog that I like, and then I use it to work on my business, and that's all. And after watching something as such, I have to take a shower and clean the house. So when I do that, either I don't listen to anything, or I put some kind of raga, evening raga, like Indian classical music for the evening, or I may sometimes listen to some spiritual lecture of some person into, who knows esoteric arts or something like that. And then I, again, when I go to bed, I do the mantra for 30 minutes. And then I meditate for a long time. And I can meditate like for an hour or longer than an hour. Sometimes I meditate I do sleep, but a lot of my time is spent in meditation. And then I just fall asleep. And this is again a very powerful time before sleep, when you meditate and then you are in contact with other worlds, and it's just so amazing. You are like in this world and then you're in another world and then you drift to sleep. This is just so amazing. And then you wake up in the morning. I wake up in the morning 4 a.m. and again take a cold shower and start yoga. And after cold shower already the body feels so good, and after yoga you feel so great because you're in charge of your body. You're no longer a slave to its wishes, to its laziness. No, you are in charge. You say what it does, and it makes you much more stronger, much more powerful when you do that. I love these practices. So this is how my day looks like now, and I really enjoy it. And therefore, I hope that I will be able to stay in this farmhouse for some time, because it keeps me now really rooted in my spiritual practices, and I notice the benefits in my mind, like my memory has become better, my logic has increased, in my astral travels, visiting other dimensions, and so in my spiritual life, and also my body feels much better. So I'm really happy with these spiritual practices, and if this inspired you, maybe you also want to take up some of them. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Take care.